So I was very pleased with the performance of the business through 2017. A strong year on all fronts. In particular, very pleasing our underlying earnings are up and EBITDA are up, and this is on the back of slightly lower revenues than 2016. 2016, we'll remember, benefited from some one-off restocking. So actually a very good year for the group and very pleasing to see those profit numbers up. Production was also up across the group. Quite a lot more production across the group. Planned production, more production at Europa, more production at Gachakwe, in line with a little bit more demand. So for us, I think very good year in 2017. But also a year, I think, in which we started to lay the platform for some very exciting future developments. Not only around the core business, but around other adjacencies where I think we have tremendous potential to do amazing stuff in the future. So we've been thinking a lot about the future and how we reposition the business in the future and how we assist the industry to also start to adapt for the future. And there are two very powerful things that we've started in the course of 2017. The first is our work with UN Women, where we signed up with UN Women in a very ambitious program to advance gender equality across the De Beers Group. We thought long and hard about the correct partner to go into this venture with, and UN Women is the perfect partner for us. And we thought long and hard about some of the public commitments we were going to make about UN Women. We've made 3 very strong public commitments. The first is that we will reach parity in new hires at a senior level by 2020. That's a big task for us. The second one is that we will invest over and above the amounts of money we invest in our communities. We'll invest $3 million in female micro-entrepreneurs around our mines in Southern Africa and in STEM education for disadvantaged people from our mining areas in Canada. You know, we know, for example, that female micro-entrepreneurs do invest or reinvest much more of their business proceeds back into their communities than men do, so that makes a lot of sense. And the third one, and the one that has potentially the power to be the most influential, is we've publicly committed to change our advertising to be showing women more in a light of independence. We know that our adverts, our iconic adverts, reach up to 1 billion consumers around the world in a year, so it's a very powerful tool for us to use. And the other exciting initiative is the blockchain initiative. We announced late last year that we were going to pilot the diamond industry's first end-to-end blockchain. So that's where we could create an immutable public decentralized register where every single diamond that's entered on the blockchain's journey could be traced in a completely immutable way. So it's really in response to what consumers are asking. We think if we can put this blockchain together, which is a big ask, but I'm sure we can do it, it can have very, very powerful positive impact, not just for De Beers, but for the whole industry. So I think it just shows how much we are seeing technology as part of our future. So the upstream side of the business, the core mining side of the business, continued to do well, had a very strong year pretty much all across the world. We continued to invest very heavily, so Gachakwe came on to commercial production, reached full commercial production for the first time in March of this year, 2017. Strong year for Gachakwe. Continued investment in Debswana at Cut 8. We've finally got ore from Cut 8, and actually in 2018 we'll have the majority of the ore from Debswana from Cut 8. The SS Nuyoma, the world's most sophisticated mining and exploration vessel ever built, came on stream in the course of the year, on time and on budget. And the Venetia Underground project continued to do very, very well. It's made very good progress in 2017. So we continue to be focused on investing heavily in extending the lives of our mines and new production across the world. Some of the other production issues are in accordance with the plan. Some of our older mines are coming to the end of their lives. Victor is in its last full year in 2018 of production. It will close in the course of 2019. And Voorspoort is also very much towards the end of its life. So these are all planned and in accordance with the plan. So some great news on some new investments and some mines coming to the end of their lives. So the midstream had another strong year. GSS continued its drive to be more customer-centric. Auction sales continues to be a business that innovates tremendously well, has turned some of its pilots into fully fledged business ventures. So the fixed forwards program, which they piloted before, has now become a core part of the business. And some interesting pilots in auction sales. Piloting the sale of a very small amount of De Beers polished, as well as third-party polished. So they continue to think about the future and how to run the business in a different way in the future. So continue to be good, innovative progress at auction sales. Forevermark had a very good year in 2017 across the world. So in all the key markets, it has continued to go from strength to strength. It is now up to 10% more doors than it was at the beginning of the year, and that's another great illustration of tremendous progress. In the US, in the December season, the Tribute campaign was very, very successful. Retailers tell us it's one of the most successful December campaigns in a long time, so we're very, very pleased with that. In China, Forevermark has continued to do very well. Results from Chinese New Year are not yet in, and in India too, it's done tremendously well. So we're very pleased with the progress of the rollout of Forevermark across the world. Forevermark also inscribed its 2 millionth diamond in the course of 2017, and what's really pleasing about that is it took it less than half the time that it took to get from 0 to 1 million, to get from 1 million to 2 million. So it does go to show the tremendous growth in the inscription side of the Forevermark business. So a tremendous year for Forevermark. De Beers Jewelers, we were very pleased, as we know, to be able to buy in the other 50% of De Beers Jewelers from LVMH in the course of the year. Work to integrate De Beers Jewelers into De Beers is just about now complete. They had a very good December, actually, so the Christmas season was very good for them too. Also a lot of campaigning around women, unique women, strong and independent women. So it also fits in with the overall theme of some of our UN Women work. And so we're very excited about the future of De Beers Jewelers. Just over 30 stores in 16 different places and very well positioned for the growth of the high end. So it's a bit early to be totally definitive about diamond jewellery performance across the consumer markets because some of the data is still coming in. But there's no doubt that there was slightly better consumer demand across the board in 2017 than there was in 2016. The US continues to be the big engine, but did particularly well in the fourth quarter. And the signs from China and India are very good. Chinese New Year is not yet complete, so we won't have all of that data until maybe a month or so. But in general, I think the sense is that consumer demand was up on 2016. So 2018, coming off the back of a strong 2017, has started well, we think. The outlook for macroeconomic growth and global consumer demand of diamond jewellery, we think, is positive. So we are expecting this year to be a good year. The signs at this point are very positive. Of course, it's a long way to go in the year and many things can change that, not least of which is macroeconomic conditions and geopolitical uncertainties. But as things stand now, we feel in a confident place for a good year.